Good morning, everybody. We are live. It's TKB here, Bushleague Media, Bushleague Sports. We are going live from the Kindersley Golf Course. Again, it is Tuesday morning. As always, I'm joined with my beautiful co-host, Trav Nsleep from Shredding Sassy. We're going to get into all kinds of things going on in hockey, what's happened with the Dallas Stars, the Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers final, and all kinds of different things. I'm going to go get set up on the first tee box, get ready to tee off. It's a nice, beautiful morning. Yesterday, we were in the rain. Today, the birds are chirping. Hopefully she's going to be a good morning, but we will see you on the first tee box. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll get into all kinds of different topics. We'll have a ticker going. We'll have it rolling. We'll see you there.
Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be. Matter of fact, a place to G with the one and only S&OOP. So what you gonna do now? Turn that shit up and let it bang.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy.
Trenches.
And everybody that helps you is not your friend.
Free time. Nico Trenches, we train
And
online
that's what life
the line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you check that 45, keep your nose on the inside. Better punch some, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 10 and 110 is some real hoes. My DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet, man, he got it all. I said a crazy he'll snatch something. Real aggressive jump, said he tryna grab something. If the old don't shoot their hands, you better jab some. You better stab some.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why
From
don't
the
you take your
youth to
pants
the
off?
pros, we get it in.
My balls are hot.
If you ain't watching film, you ain't trying to
understand.
win. If you close the beat gap, then you gotta spin. If you get around the edge, then you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at? Where the lineman at? D tackle, do your dance. D ends, do your dance. Center, do your dance. Guard, do your dance. Tackle, do your dance. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me it's going to fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Good morning, folks. We are back. We are about to tee off. I'm going to bring up my beautiful co-host here and see what he's up to. Trav, good morning, baby. How you doing? I got to reset this thing here, but I hope you're having a good morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. How's it going, baby?
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for having me, dude. Beautiful morning here in Texas. The birds aren't chirping as much as they are up in Kindersley, man. I can hear them clearly in the background, but where I'm at, it's looking good. We've been getting dumped on with rain for the last seems like forever, and today it's not raining, so it's a nice day.
Nice, yeah, no, it's we've been getting the same too for probably about a month or so. It's just been a lot of rain. Today's a nice, beautiful morning, so try to take advantage of it. But no, thanks as always for joining me. Stoked to be here. A little different setup than our normal Tuesdays from me being in the basement, you being at home. Obviously, you're on the way home, but trying out this new format where I'm out golfing, 9 topics, 9 holes, keep us on track. So stoked to have you join me, buddy. Obviously. Enjoy doing this with you and get into all kinds of stuff, hockey, start off with a little bit of Dallas Stars taking a big loss here, but I'm going to see if I can pipe one down the fairway to start it, or if I'm going to duff it. This is going to determine how the whole day will go here. Alrighty. Oh, I cranked it, but it went left quite a bit and over in the trees. I'll be able to play it out of there. But that's where she went. But yeah, obviously, thanks for joining us, everybody. You can see I'm rocking the Mog shades. Check out Shredding Sassy. Get 20% off a pair. But your Dallas Stars, they took a loss to the Oilers, 4-2 series final. I'm, want to know how you're feeling about that. Obviously, you're a season ticket holder this year. You were probably hoping they went all the way. I want to know how you're feeling about that one.
Honest, yeah, absolutely. Honestly, being a huge Stars fan, and I believe everybody in the Dallas organization, every fan, everybody in man, maybe even outside of Texas, people were feeling it, that this was our year, that we had the right team to do it. The mix of veterans and newcomers, the defense, the offense, we had the goaltending, and unfortunately, it just couldn't make it happen. Had a couple bad games, and away she went. You had Skinner steal game 6 from the Stars, and that's the way it goes, man. That's hockey. That's the hockey gods, whatever you want to call it. I honestly believe that the Stars, I don't want to say they're the better team, maybe the better, more well-rounded team. They just caught a hot Oilers team, a hot Oilers goalie, and cheers to the Oilers for moving on. It took a while to recover. Holy cow.
We're gonna move.
It took a
We're gonna foot wedge a hair. Oh, I'm listening. I just said we got a foot wedge of hair. I was going to smash that tree. We can't have that live on.
No worries.
But no, keep going. Obviously,
okay. I don't want to talk in your backswing, man.
No, go hard. Go hard.
Okay, yeah, it took a little bit for me to recover, man. I think that again, had a great team, and that game 6. Oilers with 10 shots on goal, Stars with 35, but the Oilers did it when it counted on the power play and on the penalty kill special teams. They were putting pucks in the net on the power play. I don't know if they went 2 for 3 during that game, I believe, and obviously throughout the series against the Stars, they were 0 for 20. Stars were like 0 for 20 on the power play. So way it goes.
Definitely
move on, and you look forward to next season and what we can build. So.
That one was all right. I think it's up. Oh, I came up a little short, but I put it up towards the green. Can you see when I'm addressing the ball or not? When in the screen, can you see when? Because you can talk all you want, and then as soon as I put my club behind the ball, that's when I'm going to swing.
Sure.
I don't know if that helps at all. Because you just yap all you want, and then when I do that, I'll try to make my swings quick once I address the ball. I think we can get in the next flow.
Yeah. So driving right now, it's a little bit more difficult to tell where the ball is and the placement and when your club goes behind. So, in the future maybe just give me a little whistle or say shut up and I'll keep quiet. But in the future, I think but with that, like you said, the Stars are where they're at, and they went home, and Edmonton moved on to the Stanley Cup final, and that's where we're at today. I think that.
Well, and as you were saying that, like, the Dallas Stars probably did deserve to win that game. They heavily outplayed Edmonton. They only got, I think, like you said, like 10 shots or something. It was a really low number, and you almost see the hockey gods kind of repay that favor in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. Edmonton absolutely outplayed Florida, without a doubt, and Bobrovsky completely stole the show and took home the game. I think they outshot them, same thing, like 33 to, in the end, like 16 or something like that. So here, I almost put the second shot right where I wanted, near the green, so I'm about maybe 20 yards short. I'm going to have to chip this dead straight, try not to screw this hole up, and see how it goes. But here she comes, baby. Oh, I think I hit it a little hard. I landed it right beside the hole, but I kind of obviously wanted to come up short and roll it to the hole, but not a bad shot. But no, the hockey guys kind of paid him back. But the Stars, I mean, you think you guys are going into a rebuild now? Are they keeping that team together? I mean, they've been so close so many years. It's tough, right?
Yeah. Oh no, nowhere near a rebuild, man. This is the team. Again, I think Stars fans are confident that a couple bad games, some dumb luck, maybe some injuries. Everybody has injuries this time of year, so you can't blame injuries. But I do think a couple bounces other ways. You don't give up that 2-goal lead in game. What was it? Game 4. You have a 2-0 lead in the first period. You give it up, give 5 unanswered. A couple swings of the puck the other way, and the Stars are in the final this year. So I don't think that they're going into a rebuild. I think that there are some key free agents that need to be signed, and I think we can get into that a little bit later in the show. That some key free agents that'll be on the market this year, maybe from the Stars, obviously Detroit, Patty Kane, and others across the league. But with a couple of key free agent signings, I think the Stars are set again for years
I'm
to
not
come.
sure if you're cutting out or if it's my earpiece.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Are you pretty far away?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you just seen that, but I just rolled a 32-foot putt, like literally right over the edge of the hole. That was pretty wild. That was awesome. Nice.
Yeah,
Someone had the
I saw-
hole all beat to death on the edge of it, so that sucked. I should have looked at it before I swung. But no, I was cutting in and out for a bit, but no, I wasn't that far away. I wasn't sure if it was me or you. Still kind of, obviously day 2 of this, testing out how the audio works and flows a little bit, but it was cutting in and out
really
there for a
impressed,
bit.
Man. When I fired up yesterday's show and watched it, I watched it happen. It all coming together. So, man, I think it's awesome. I think the connection's great, and yeah, it's going to be really cool to watch you grow this thing and continue to do it.
Well, then obviously, hopefully we'll keep the Tuesdays going. I enjoy doing it with you. It's fun. But no, I got to be in attendance at Game 6 there. I was in the stadium in Edmonton for that game, and like you say, that your Stars definitely outplayed them. But Connor McDavid, that goal he scored was absolutely filthy. You might have to talk about that for a second. It was the most disgusting thing I ever seen live in person. I was like, oh my, what just happened?
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest goals of all time. You know, looking at timing of it, an elimination game, first goal of the game, power play. You know, just making. I think the fake AI Connor post game, making Miro Heiskanen look like a pylon, just hilarious, and roofing it on Otter. Man, it was dirty. It was good. You can't complain, man. I think that there were some defensive mistakes in that game made by a couple people that led to the goals, right? But both those goals were on power plays. It is what it is. You know, Hyman had his goal on the power play as well, coming right down the center, unguarded. You know, and again, way it goes. Yep. That's hockey, and you got to put the puck in the net to win games. And the Stars were unable to do that in game 4, 5, and 6. So,
so here we are. It's hole 2. Can you see me on the tee box? Because I'm trying to get some nice. Yesterday I didn't really have any feedback on whether I was in view or not. I tried to review some of the footage after tee, but it's nice to know if I'm in view. But we're on hole 2. It's another par 4, kind of a dead straight. There's water right down at the end. You got to go over near the creek. But I'm going to see what I can do down the fairway on this one.
Awesome. Let's see it.
I just absolutely duffed the ground. I think I was looking up. I completely pooched that 100%. We're going to go with a molly. So I tried to hit that as hard as I could. That was absolutely ridiculous. And I got to go back to just swinging like a normal person like I'm supposed to. But hey, that's to be expected considering the topic is the Red Wings getting screwed in the draft. I may as well get screwed out of one of my own swings. But what were you saying? Sorry, brother.
I say you got to stick to your guns, man. I heard you during the show yesterday saying, "Hey, I'm not going to try to crush it anymore. Just slow and smooth."
There, and my slow and smooth still went all the way left, which is what it is. Yeah, no, I'm trying to. I've always had a really bad left slice. Like I'm left, and if I swing lighter. Now I'm only slicing like 10% of the time. I'm also only driving like 220 yards, where if I power up, I can get like 300 yards, but I'm going to slice it like 90% of the time. So I'm just trying to find my swing, to kind of work on swinging a little slower, maybe actually learn how to swing straight and then try to add my power back in later. But I'm getting old too, so I might just have to settle into the old man game.
I got my son a set of clubs the other day. So last week was golf camp for the high school here, and my son's 6, and you know, you can sign up for the camp and send kids as young as ever out there. And he plays hockey left-handed, he bats left-handed, he writes right-handed. So I was kind of just messing around looking at Facebook Marketplace and got him a decent set of clubs, little used clubs for like $70 from Marketplace. So he had his clubs, and now he's got a bucket of like foam wiffle balls, and he goes out front and he swings away, man.
Nice.
I'm not much of a golfer, so I'm not able to. It's fun watching him get out there and have a good time. So it's definitely cool. Maybe golf's more his speed, kind of relaxed, kind of fun. But Tyrone, I know that you're driving the golf cart right now. You're heading to your ball. I love the phone in the cup. What am I seeing right now? Is there somebody in front of you? I don't know what I'm seeing in the phone in the cup. But
yeah, no, sorry. I just had to. There was someone on the hole beside me, and I guess they went out with 3 carts. They got 2 carts way up ahead, so I shot. Well, they had a 3rd cart hiding behind the bush, and that's where my ball went. So I just came and apologized, but I didn't realize they were out with three different carts.
Oh no! Hopefully, one of those is loaded up with beers.
Who knows? But yeah, so I just got to smash it over the other hole here. I'm just off to the left from where I should have been.
Awesome. I cannot see you right now, so maybe you're not. Oh, fuck. Sorry, dude.
No, that's fine. You couldn't see me. I was way out of the way. I put it on the green. I was way off to the left. The one thing I think is cool is you can hear when I swing pretty good, hey? Like it actually comes through the audio kind of cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can hear it clear as day. I can hear it clear as day, so it's like there and as soon as I spoke,
No, that's fine. But no, so obviously Red Wings, they did good this year. They're one spot out of the playoffs. They've been, in that draft lottery, they've never got the first pick. They've been sitting at that spot over and over again, year after year, always getting screwed. Obviously, we know that Bettman is rigging the draft lottery. They don't even do it live. They used to do it live, right on the air. Now they don't. There's only one reason you would stop doing it live, and obviously you're rigging it. There's no other reason to do that. So I don't know what they're up to over there, but this year they get screwed by John Tortorella in a frickin', polling the goalie, giving the other team a win for absolutely no reason. It's just, I think it's a little ridiculous. There's no reason to be. That's not the way you win a game. 4 minutes left, down 1. You still have a better chance of winning the game with your goalie in the net. Maybe like a minute left to pull them. I get why they were doing it. I get they want the point, but it was still ridiculous. Red Wings get absolutely screwed. Now they're picking 15th. Hate to see it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Red Wings got an interesting offseason coming up, right? Right on the cusp, right on the bubble of playoffs. They got Patty Kane going in as a free agent now. I mean, we have other free agents available. Maybe Bertuzzi comes back to Detroit. Who knows, man? Who knows? You guys have an interesting offseason coming up. Yeah,
and I'm really hoping that Patty Kane getting a little bit electric with Larkin. If hopefully DeBrincat wants to stay there, and they can keep those 3 guys would be nice to see. Obviously, having Patty Kane in a Red Wings jersey is electric. I love it. But here we go. I'm gonna putt for a big long bird here. Uphill. We're gonna see if we can't drain one here. Going straight at it. I hit it really light by accident to come up short. So now we got to drain the part out.
Phone in the cup's off right now, by the way. Phone in the cup's off. I can no longer see where you're at.
Phone and cup is off. When did it shut off?
So it's still there. I just can't see the video stream coming from it.
Weird. Okay, well I don't know why that shut off. It didn't shut off all day yesterday, so sorry if you're tuning in live and couldn't see what we were talking about on there. The camera was on. I don't know why it is off. See, looks like my phone just shut off when I turned it or something. I don't. We'll try to fire back up. Sorry, folks.
And I think you're good with DeBrincat, man. I think DeBrincat's there. You know, I don't think he's not a RFA or UFA, so I think DeBrincat's there for a little while. And you know, with DeBrincat there, I think that boys from Chicago. So I think that's as much as we need. I don't know where the odds were. But I saw odds somewhere that had, you know, Patty Kane most likely to stay in Detroit. It was like plus 500 or something like that. But that was the most likely case, is that he was going to stay with Detroit. I think what were the
Nice.
Buffalo was on there, maybe Chicago was on there, Maple Leafs were on there. You know, several teams, but most likely to stay in Detroit.
They're picking middle of the pack, and then obviously San Jose gets the first overall pick. We're talking about Chicago. They're second pick overall this year, followed by Anaheim, Columbus, and then Montreal. And then we get the Utah. Whatever the Utah. It's going to be funny if they're the Utah Yetis. I swear to God, I told you one day, I was like, you guys should be the new Utah mascot. They should be like the Utah Sasquatches or something. And it's funny that the Utah Yetis is a name in the running. Like, you guys got to go for a brand deal if it becomes the Utah Yetis.
Yeah, I think the Yetis are the best case, man. I'm looking at the other names. I don't recall them off the top of my head, but I think the Yetis are the ones that stuck out most.
I just walked up to the tee box on the par 3 with my driver, so we're gonna dodge that. I got to come back, grab my 7-iron, run the first par 3 of the day here in the Kindersley Golf Course. There's a little water to the right of this one. This is a fun little par 3 we got here on this hole, and then obviously want to get into last night's game a little bit. DJ Khaled showed up. He seems like he just shows up to any sport, whatever's the popular thing. I don't know. Do you think the teams bring him out for the posts on social media, or do you think he just interjects himself into that for his own social media? How do you think that's rolling? DJ Khaled's there where he's chilling with the Florida Panthers, being their main hype man.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I think that it's probably primarily him. Obviously, there's some agreement with the team happening, but I imagine it was initiated by him. I mean, it's perfect. Miami, South Beach, living that life, coming into summer. They should be able to load that building with celebrities and have no problem.
Yeah, there was a couple empty seats. I'll get into that in a sec, but we'll see. Obviously, DJ Khaled, big golfer. I always petition him on his socials to try and bring me out to be his caddy in one of the We the Best golf tourneys. But let's see. We'll see what we're gonna do here. If DJ would be able to keep up with me or not on this par 3. I'm gonna see if I can try not to duff one here and put a shot straight through to the green. Let's see what happens. Oh, I frickin' pulled it right. That's going to go in the water, I think. It's going to go. I think I pulled it right and kind of didn't get under it enough, so I think it just came up short of the water. I'll be able to tip it on towards it, but not quite what I wanted. If I would have pulled that straight, it would have been a really good shot, but didn't work out. But yeah, obviously he's a big golf guy. You see him golfing and Charles Barkley there and shit too, so it's kind of funny. But it's good for the sport. It brings some new eyes to it, right? You want to see, hockey's been pretty good in Florida. It's such a sunny place, so it's fun to see him come out, try to hype the crowd and be involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of tough to hear you there. I got most of it. Barkley in there was pretty comical, and hearing Piqué and Messier trying to get Barkley to head with them to Edmonton, and he's like, heck no, I'm not going to Edmonton. But then he did state how he felt that Toronto, Edmonton, and Vancouver were 3 of the greatest cities in the world. So that was pretty interesting and pretty cool. Obviously, he's going to do that there on.
He said Edmonton's one of the greatest cities in the world.
He said Toronto, Edmonton, and Vancouver are 3 of the greatest cities in the world. Barkley.
Oh,
did.
Edmonton.
When Messier was,
I'll give him Vancouver, but I won't give him Edmonton.
When Messier was trying to convince him to come to Edmonton, but he said he was on his way back to Dallas to work TNT for the NBA Finals that's here in Dallas. Then he's going on a vacay for 3 months. But yeah, it was cool seeing Barkley there for sure. Nice.
Well, yeah, no, I just came up shy of the water here, so I'm going to see if I can't can't pump this on. But no, it's nice to see some of the celebrities coming up for hockey and like say trying to grow the sport. Hold on, I'm trying to get my earpiece. Okay, so
No,
we're gonna see if I can't tip this up over the water. I'm gonna have to come maybe land about 10 feet onto the green if I can, and roll it forward. But I'm in some really thick grass. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, that looks good. Come on, roll, 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 roll. Oh, I could have had a little more power on it. It was what I wanted. Just maybe, I guess I needed to put it closer to the pin where it landed to get it moving where I wanted. But so far we're golfing good. But you might be my good luck charm, Travi.
there we go. There we go. So
I also want to know
NBA players.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I say we were talking NBA players, and there's been this connection this season. I'm bummed that TNT's done because I really liked what TNT was doing for the NHL with Biz, with Gratz, with Anson Carter, with King Henrik. I really liked what they were doing, but what they were doing, there was like some connection with TNT NBA guys. So Shaq and Barkley are getting signed. I think one of them got a Draisaitl jersey presented by, Biz to Shaq, and I think Barkley got a Hyman jersey. So it was kind of cool to see that happen and see those guys start to follow Edmonton. Edmonton's got a huge following right now, right? All of Canada's behind them. We got, Barstool Sports is behind it's cool to see. They got everything there. They got the boobs girl. I mean, she was on Big Chicklets yesterday.
That's funny, yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, no, it's been fun to see the media come up for it, and I would say all of Canada except for BC. BC, they're probably cheering for Florida. They didn't like to see their Canucks get wiped out.
Yeah.
But the rest of the country, yeah, we're back in the big dog. So I think one thing that flows good is when I'm driving, I just mute and because you said you can't hear me that well when I'm driving.
Yeah, at times, I obviously probably the terrain you're going over. But this last time you were speaking, I could not hear you well. However, at times I can hear you okay. So no worries there. No worries there. We'll get through it and figure it out. Should we get into the series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, last night we seen Game 2 come to a close with Florida winning another one. Edmonton comes out early with with a 1-0 lead in the first, and Florida comes back a little later, ties it up, and ultimately ends up winning the game. I think Stuart Skinner played a good game. Obviously, Bobrovsky played another really good game, but it was a game where, all in all, I think Florida just mostly outplayed the Edmonton Oilers last night. Oilers should have got Game 1, they didn't. It's probably one of those things where Oilers go into Game 2 like confident. They played a good game. Florida comes in. Their coach is probably ripping on them, telling them how shitty they played. They come out playing aggressive and it looks like Florida just kind of walked all over them a little bit yesterday. Not walked all over them, but from a NHL playoff final standpoint, it's going to be tough. The Oilers are going to have to win both games at home or it's over.
Well, how about cheers to Florida's coaching, right? To go from, one game with 10 to 15 shots on goal, however many shots on goal they had in Game 1, and still pulling out that 3-0 victory to go into Game 2 and outshoot Edmonton through the first couple periods. I mean, that's all coaching, right? That's all. Hey, we made our adjustments and now we're getting the pucks to the net. So shout out to their coaching. But like you said, man, Edmonton came down and scored on the first shot on goal. Right, they came down and scored on their first shot on goal. So for Florida to kind of withstand that, for Bob to shake it off, because it was a little bit of a weaker goal to let up. I know he's got Draisaitl blasting up the left-hand side, who could take a pass and easily put it in the net, but he kind of gave up that little chopper. So
no, for sure, and it was a hard shot, and you get to see a D-man break all the way down the ice like that and then rip one home. And I'm going to see if I can rip one home down the fairway. We're on hole number 4. It's a par 5, Kindersley golf course, joined by my pal, Trav, Nsleep, Shredding Sassy. We're going to see what we can get for a drive here, buddy. Let's see if I can't, hopefully not duff one. That was the best drive of the day for sure. A little bit right to left, like I like to go in this hole. A little bit too right to left because I didn't keep it in the fairway. That faded off into the rough on the left, but it's still a good shot. It's out there a little ways. But no, it's now coming home to Edmonton, I think they get an extra night off. There's 2 nights in between. I know this is the longest distance of travel between the Stanley Cup Finals, or potentially even like any major athletic sporting thing. I think in North America. So pretty interesting to see them going all the way South Florida. Edmonton's the most northern city of any city with a professional team in Canada too. So it's pretty intriguing. I think that might be part of why they get the extra day rest in between too, because it's almost just a day travel.
How do you feel like the travel is going to affect each team? How do you feel like the travel is going to affect each team going in? I see you driving right now, so I'm going to keep it going and give you my opinion. Honestly, it's the Stanley Cup final. You know what I mean? I think that it won't have too much of an effect. Edmonton being the home team. I heard, I don't know which podcast I was listening to, but they're calling Rogers what are they calling it? Like the oil rig or something like that. Pretty comical. I mean, I just think that the fans in Edmonton are really going to kind of be the game changer, that sixth man, seventh man, whatever you want to call it, and make a difference. I don't think Florida cares. I think Florida is down and dirty, but I do think that it'll ignite a fire under that Edmonton team and get.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to move this ball off this absolute patch of dirt that it was just chilling on there. A little, ball in play, but pretty dirt. But no, it's, coming home, they obviously get that last line change too, see if that helps the cause at all. But they're going to need everything they can get coming home down 2-zip. And, Florida, I had a feeling about this because Florida, they were there last year, and they talk about it all the time where, once you get there and you lose, you learn how to win. And so I have a fear that they're just going to walk right through Edmonton and everybody's going to be really decimated and let down here in Canada. Hopefully the Oilers keep it together and just come back and do what Florida did, win it next year. But I think they got to win both at home, or I don't think they're coming out of it. But I'm going to try to smash this one. I had a good drive, so not as good as I would have liked. So I'm going to have to try to get this one down quite a ways. I got the 3-wood coming out of the rough, and we're going to put this a ways down. That was almost as good of a shot as I could ask, but it was nice crush down the way. I think one thing, if this show takes off one day, Sleep, I'm gonna have to upgrade or move over to an electric cart. Then I'll be able to drive without all the noise. I think it's this gas engine. She's a power wagon, but for now, that's how I'm feeling about it. Is Edmonton's going to have to come home to Rogers, and the fans are going to have to be electric. I was, like I said, at Game 6. Tickets are about $2 now for these games, so I'll be watching from the couch. But I don't know what your thoughts are on what Edmonton's going to need to do to take it home coming home.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need goals out of superstars, right? McDavid has to score. Draisaitl has to score. Hyman has to be a backboard like he normally is. Hyman's got to be down and dirty in front of Bob. Man, let's get some goalie interference. Whatever. I think that they're just going to have to play that Edmonton style of hockey they've been playing all year. We got to score on the power play. Just get pucks in the net, and I have no doubt that they can do it. No doubt that they can do it at all. So it'll be interesting. I'm willing to bet Edmonton wins Game 3 pretty handedly, and definitely goals from the superstars. If I were to make a bet on this game, which I haven't bet on sports in a long time, McDavid anytime goal for Game 3, I think is pretty much a gimme.
Yeah, well, and I know it seems like some of their stars are playing injured. We'll get into that a little later. Draisaitl, and there's a few of them, so that doesn't help. I think Draisaitl's 5 points in 9 games, which, if you would be like, okay, that's average, but for Draisaitl, it's not. He's normally like 12 points in 9 games. But here we go. We're having a good game so far. So Trav, you're my good luck charm. We're on the hole number 4, par 5, third shot here. I'm about 120 out. Going to see if I can make a nice clean connection, dead straight at the hole here, and keep this game moving. pulled it a little left, but it's coming back. Oh, I'm gonna have to chip it. I had decent weights, but that one came a little left on me, so I'm gonna have to chip it towards the hole. But
against Florida, you know, that stinky suit. What did he wear last night? I don't even know. I didn't even catch up. Did he switch after the loss in game 1, or did he stick with his guns in the same suit?
So they Spit. Oh, the reason I know it is because Spit and Chicklets posted it, so shout out Spit and Chicklets. But he came in with same suit, different tie though. You know, switched up the tie. So really, you know, trying up his good luck mojo. We never got the feedback on if he switched his underwear up or not when Biz asked him. I'm going to be walking to the other side of the green here too, so there's a chance I run out of audio. And if that's the case, you're carrying the show, because we're testing the range of these earphones here, and I was not able to really test it yesterday because I had nobody talking to know if there was actually audio still when I got far away. But I'm on the other side of the green here.
No worries. So,
tight.
I am losing you. Yeah, we are losing you a little bit. Definitely hope you can chip it in. I think you said you were chipping this one, maybe putting, but drain it, grab the birdie here, and move on to the next hole. I don't know. You know, I'm definitely a superstitious person. Barely. It's coming in broken. Anyways, I was saying I'm definitely a superstitious person. I don't know if anybody's superstitious as athletes, particularly hockey and baseball players. I know he was the same suit. I think he actually went no tie last night. Now that you say something, I think he maybe went no tie. Maybe it was a different tie. But
no, it was a different tie.
Maybe we're burning the suit.
No, he's got to switch her all up. You can't. Can you not hear me?
After this one, huh? I couldn't.
Can you not hear me?
Over on the green. No, I couldn't.
No, I know over on the green, because I know you couldn't over on the green because I lost you, so I just assumed you were talking and carrying it while I was over there. Were you able to catch me as I was walking back, or when did it come back in?
When you said, hey, no, I already said that he was running.
Oh, okay. Because I could hear you while I was back putting, so it's interesting that you couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you while I was chipping, but once I got back in the green putting, I could hear you. So it's interesting. I guess my audio, you could come in, but you couldn't catch me yet. So just learning the limitations of the Bushleague Sports Show today.
So what's the deal with that? Did you get a par on that one?
I did. Yeah. So first shot drive, second shot was a good shot down. My third shot, as you see, and I chipped it. It ended up kind of beside the green a little bit. Fourth shot, you couldn't see it, and I lost my audio. I chipped that fourth one, and I landed about 9 inches from the hole. It was a great chip, and so I just tapped it in for a par. So I'm actually somehow sitting about 1 over right now, which is amazing. I'm normally by this time yesterday I was 9 over. So this is intriguing to see where we're at. Hey Morley, just waving at a guy over on the other tee box across the way there. So now, if you can see, we're on the 5th hole here, Kindersley Golf Course. So this hole's actually only about 10 yards shorter than the one I was just on. This one's actually a par 4. That one's a par 5. Just by regulations, I think it's like over that 475 or whatever. But this one's actually way harder because there's a creek maybe 30 yards from the hole. So I can't get there in 2. I always have to kind of lay it up and then put the third one over on. So it's intriguing that this one's actually the par 4. But this one, it's ranked the hardest hole on this small little course. What I've been doing here, we got trees to my right. For me, when I do a really good swing, because I'm a lefty, my ball kind of fades right to left, back to center. So on this one, I have to try to focus a little more on putting it straight. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to crank one out here. I caught a little bit of ground, but it was an okay swing. Didn't go as far as I wanted it because I got under it a little more than I would have liked. But either way, good all around. But again, thank you for joining me as always on Tuesdays, Trev.
Yeah.
Appreciate having you. I know you guys over at Shredding Sassy too just wrapped up an event. I want to say out in Lisbon, a surfing event there a little bit. I don't know if you want to tell us anything about that or what the guys had going on. I know Odyssey and Dolly and some of you guys' other founders were down there. Maybe Shoka made an appearance. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that that it was a good experience overall. It was NFC Lisbon, an event for it was non-fungible conference Lisbon, where a bunch of different people and communities from the crypto and Web3 space gather to share ideas, network, and overall work to grow the space from a technological perspective, from an art perspective, and from a community perspective. Shredding Sassy was there, hosted a brunch with several other communities from the Base ecosystem or the Coinbase blockchain ecosystem. So overall, really great experience for the guys there. There was a pretty large beach party afterwards, and really the team was able to connect with a lot of, I would say, leaders within the Web3 industry, and Web3 again being blockchain and blockchain technology. So really looking forward to see kind of what comes from that and how we can continue to grow. Oh man, the train messing with you.
You like that? You like that Shredding Sassy shirt? You like that Shredding Sassy shirt I got from yours truly at the last event I enjoyed myself at King Vale in Cali. So thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this shirt. Free plugs for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Love the shirt.
All right. Well, now we're gonna see. I'm gonna lay this up. I'm gonna take my 3 iron and just. I'm about 170 yards from the water, so I'm just gonna light swing this, try and keep it straight, and try and put it just basically right for the water. And what I did was I duffed it, so that sucked. But I put it within range where I can get it on the green on my next shot. So it's just a matter of, I've made this third shot way harder no matter what. I was going to be shooting it over this water anyways, but that wasn't good. That sucked.
Hey, so the goalie matchup in the Stanley Cup final right now, because I think what we're seeing is though Edmonton is down 2-0 in the series right now, Stuart Skinner is playing well above what I believe was expected of him going in. Stuart Skinner in the Dallas series, I wouldn't say that he won the series or he stole the series. He definitely stole Game 6, but Stuart Skinner played. He was the better goalie. He played better than Ottinger. It just is what it is. I know that Ottinger was rated to be a much better goalie going into that series. Everybody gave Dallas the goalie advantage. However, Stuart Skinner stole the show there. He made all the saves he was expected to make and some. Go ahead, brother. Sorry, I'm talking. Go.
No, all good. I was chilling though. I just try to keep it moving so people behind me are waiting fair. But you're not wrong. The goalie show was definitely stole by Skinner. I think it's being stolen the other way here. But let's see if I can't get this 5 iron across the pond onto the green. Wow, had a good shot, but I don't know. That was weird. I came completely under the ball and over it. But yeah, I mean, Auditor, I think everybody played good last series. Stuart Skinner got a little wake-up call when Calvin Picard came in for a game. But this series, Bobrovsky's, he's been carrying the team a long way. I would say that he's a big reason they're even in the final, and obviously a big reason that they're producing at the level they're at right now. He's been shutting the door against some of the best in the league, and I think that Stuart Skinner, I expect Bob to be the better goalie. He's the more veteran guy, been around a lot longer, and I think we're seeing it. Not that Stuart Skinner has had anything really, really bad that we need to be bummed out about, but overall, I just think that Bobrovsky's making every one of those big saves that you would want to see when you get to the Stanley Cup Finals, and
Skinner is not giving up bad goals.
Right?
As you said,
not at all.
Skinner
Not
is
at all.
not giving up bad goals. I think, Skinner on any team right now, Skinner's good. I'm interested to see what happens next year. Skinner is playing like a number one goalie, where you probably could have looked at him against Vancouver and been a little bit nervous. Like, man, what are we going to do with our goaltending situation here in Edmonton going forward? However, I think Skinner is making all the saves that he's expected to make. He just needs goal support from his team.
Nice. And I just ripped a shot within probably exactly a foot and a half of the pin, even though it took one more than I would have wanted it to. I might be able to go over there and save a bogey. I'm 100%. So when I cross this bridge, Travis, I'm 100% going to lose all my audio. Normally what I've been doing is playing music. Do you want some music? You want to chat with a little background music? You want to just chat away without music? What do you like?
No, yeah, go ahead and throw some music on, and what I'll do is chill here for a sec, and then I want to talk about some key players in the series, who you think has been key in the series so far, and then kind of what we're expecting moving forward. What hole are you on, the 6th right now?
I'm on the 5th, heading up to the tee box.
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good. Throw some music on, love it.
It's the doggy. Yeah. Come on. You walking around the sand.
Is the audio coming in funny for you, or is it okay?
Come to my neighborhood.
Can you hear me?
This how we do it, y'all.
I can hear you. I can't hear the music at all.
Really?
Yep.
Well, hopefully everybody else can.
Yesterday when you played music during the space, I could hear it just fine.
So I wonder if it's just because you're a guest or something.
There we go. I can hear it now.
Oh, interesting. It's playing the same now. But I'm getting a scratchy noise. Are you, or is it coming in clean?
Clean.
Don't know? Okay. Nice. Okay.
Clean. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm going to probably lose you here in a second because I'm a ways away, as you can probably see in the camera. Going to try and drain a putt for bogey here. Drained it. We are back, baby. Can you hear me?
I actually can hear you a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, no, when I go across the pond, it kind of comes in a little sketchy, but I'm glad the audio was coming in nice and clean for you. And so now we're just coming up on the 6th hole. So that hole, I said yesterday, when I come away with that one with a bogey, I'm like super happy, because to me that's like a par 5 basically. And for me to duff 2 shots on that one and be able to still come out with a bogey, that's actually that makes my day. So we're shooting okay here today. We're on hole number 6 now. We got what? Par, bogey, par, bogey. So we're only 2 over through 5, which is actually insane. Hole number 6 here. To the left is a big water pond. It messes with me a lot. This one, you kind of dogleg. You got to go right to left around it. I was golfing with a buddy of mine like 3 weeks ago. Really good golfer. Does the Kyle. If he's listening by any chance. Fucking ripped it right over the water, like 330 yards. Landed right on the green, and then drained one for eagle. I was just like frothing at my lips, wishing I could do something like that. But hey, can't complain about being able to get out and golf. So I'm going to crush this one. Let's see how it goes, buddy. And then let's get into keys to the series. I freaking absolutely scalded that. So that sucks. I'm gonna more for shits and giggles with that one. That one will put an asterisk on the scorecard today because that fucking. But for my own pleasure today, I'm just gonna swing another one. One thing I want to do in the future, and obviously would have to disclose like what's allowed, is have it so that people could like come and almost gamble on what I'll score in a game, and obviously be like, this is allowed. There's one mulligan allowed, foot wedge is allowed off of, display all the rules and have little bets going on. I think it'd be kind of fun. But anyways, here I gotta swing this, not like an idiot. That one, both swings really sucked, so nothing to write home about at all. Both swings were just absolutely horrible.
So,
what do you think's the key? What do you think's the key to it?
Looking at the first two games of the series, I really want to say that I'm impressed with, obviously, Evan Rodriguez, 3 goals in 2 games. Erod coming in and just doing his thing. I feel like Erod has been an underrated player, ever since. It was in Pittsburgh for a while, put up decent points, played as a top 6, top 9 every once in a while. And then he went to, I don't know where he went, but he ended up in Colorado for a little while, put up some big points in Colorado and now in Florida. Just the guy is ever impressive. I'd like to see him continue to put pucks in the net. The guy's a grinder, just a hard and rough forecheck. And I think that's what Florida needs to continue to do. Florida's forecheck needs to be relentless. And if they can continue to have that relentless forecheck on the Edmonton D, I mean, they're winning this series in 4 or 5. For Edmonton, again, it's pucks in the net by superstars, and I think it can happen. What's your takeaway? What's your thoughts?
I mean, like you said, Rodriguez has been really, really big. I wonder if Perry is going to keep playing or not. He's a guy that's been here before. If he can step up, make a difference, obviously, that's what they have him on the roster for is this time of year. He's been there several times before, probably been there more than the whole rest of the team combined. I shot a ball that came straight up here. I can't see it, so I hate when... I'm good, buddy, good. Just try to find my lost ball that I shot right here that shouldn't be lost. Ha! You? Yeah, who knows? Have a good morning, Marley. That's the joy of being live on the show. Nobody has a clue, so everybody will stop and talk to me, which is fine. But I don't know where the ball went. It was right here. I'm just going to play one just to keep it moving. I'll play one off the pad here. That'll be my penalty for reshooting one earlier. You're still there? Did I lose you? Where'd you go?
No, yeah, still here. Sorry about that. I was listening to you, watching you play.
Nice. Okay, well, let's see if I can put one over the water here. Yesterday, I actually landed at like 6 inches off the edge and then bounced it over the water. And today, we're going to try to be a little cleaner with it.
Heck yeah, let's go.
How did that? I went over, but to the left. Wasn't what I really wanted. It was okay.
Give me your keys to the rest of the series, man. Give me your keys. What do you need to see out of? I
don't know. I didn't have it in my notes, so I don't know.
No worries. What do you think off the top of your head? What do you?
Like I was just saying, like Perry or whatever, getting it going, and
yeah. Sorry, I missed that.
And something. I'm gonna cruise around.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you said Perry. Perry's absolutely wild, man. Going and winning the cup with the Ducks when he was early in his career. I don't know if he's a rookie, maybe a sophomore season. And then, coming to Dallas, he played for Dallas when Dallas made the cup in 2020 and lost to Tampa in the bubble in Rogers in Edmonton. Then the next year he went to Tampa. was it the next year he went to Tampa or 2 years later? No, the next year he went to Montreal and lost to Tampa in the Cup as a Montreal teammate. And then he went to Tampa and he lost with Tampa in the Cup to, there's so much. So he went to Tampa and lost with Tampa in the Cup. So Perry's been to a lot of Cups recently, lost a lot of them. It would be nice to see him win one. He's kind of got the Miriam Hossa thing going on, because Miriam Hossa was interesting case. And in 2008, he went from Atlanta to Pittsburgh, lost in the Cup to Detroit. In 2009, he went to Detroit, lost in the Cup to Pittsburgh, and then he ended up making it down to Chicago, where he won 2 or 3 Cups. I believe he won all 3 with Chicago during those times. So, hopefully Perry gets another one before he retires, but Perry can't have much time left. He's been a healthy scratch randomly throughout the year, had that drama in Chicago early in the year. Has played well. I thought he did pretty well in Game 4 against Dallas,
maybe perhaps not just it. Maybe he's the bad luck charm. Maybe he's going to be the reason they don't get the dub, hey, or what?
Yeah. It's not the suit. It's not the suit, Connor, man. It's Perry. Put him on the bench.
Well, I'm shooting. I've already shot my par shot just to get on the green. This hole's not going that great for us here today, but we're rolling it. See if we can't get a big putt to go flying from down here. But yeah, you've seen. We're gonna have to see people step up, especially if Dreisaitl's a little injured. We're gonna have to see some guys like whether it be McLeod and OCC came out of the lineup. We've seen Ekholm step up last night, but it's just going to be a team effort. They need everybody. They're going to need Nuge and Hyman especially to get on the board and find a way to beat Bob. But I think if they can break them down one game, they'll open them up a little bit. But they got to get it. They got to make it happen one night. So here comes a long putt. We're going to see if we can't save a bogey with the first putt, but this is going to be a hard, long one. Oh, I put too hard and just left the boat. Honestly, 1.5 inches. Not very much.
So earlier in the show, you mentioned that unfortunately, you didn't think it looks good for Edmonton. You feel like, hey, unfortunately, maybe Florida is going to kind of run over Edmonton in this series. And I don't want to know your prediction for the rest of the series yet. I do want to get into that in a little bit. But can Edmonton lose this series and still claim success in any way? Can any way Edmonton can claim success in this series without winning it?
I know, obviously, I'm on record. I think in one of our past shows, I guess I should say, obviously nobody watches, so and this could be the first time tuning in. But one of the things I had said in the past was obviously they haven't made it past the second round in a long time, and I thought that even in my brackets, I had them getting to the third round and losing. I think 2-year stars originally that was what I foreseen before it all unfolded and everything, but. To me, getting to the third round is a win. You got further than you did last year. I think getting all the way to the Stanley Cup playoffs is definitely, not playoffs, finals, is definitely a win. And to me, yeah, I mean, for them as a franchise and their GM and everything, they're probably going to say, no, it's all or nothing. We got 2 best players in hockey. But I do think it's a huge step forward, just like you've seen Florida get there last year and lose. Now look at them dominating this year. We'll see how it all ends. But I feel like, as Edmonton, you gotta take it as a win and go, okay, if we lose this, let's get back there next year and win it, and take everything we learned and come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'm gonna crush this drive, hole number 7. It's a dead straight hole. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Oh, I hit that so hard and so far, and a little bit left, going a little bit way deep to the left, but all right shot.
Yeah, so I agree with you, man. I think that Edmonton for making it this far, for, if they can extend this series to 7 games, I think right now that's absolutely insane. Talking about my I think in the second round that, hey, it looked like McJesus was injured as well. So who knows?
Yeah, who's to say? But I think so. So we're giving our predictions now. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, so my prediction is Florida in 5, and I think that Edmonton's gonna come out and win Game 3 pretty handily, and then Florida's gonna take 4 and 5, winning the Cup at home. In a I don't know, maybe a third of the arena will be in the bathroom during the celebration. Maybe they're still in the concession lines. Maybe there's some nice bars in Miami's arena there. But hopefully it'll be a packed house for a win in Game 5.
Nice. I'm gonna reshoot that because I was kind of conscious. I'm gonna shoot the pink one. So I'm out of the camera view, I assume.
I can't see you right now.
Okay,
I cannot see you right now.
I thought that I was maybe in the corner of the view, but no, I think that's a solid one. I mean, as a Canadian, I think that I'm gonna have to side with my boys, or everybody's gonna hate me. Even though I think they're in tight here if they want to be able to pull it off. But I'm hoping they can win Game 3-4, send it back to. I really think it's going to be a home series. I think it's going to go to Game 7, and it's going to be a battle of attrition. I'll give it to the boys just to be contrarian to you, but I think it's going to be home wins all the way until Game 7. It's either one of two things. That the Oilers are either just going to completely like flop this and crush Canada's soul in like 4 or 5 games, or Florida is going to take it all the way to Game 7 and lose in front of their fans and devastate them. I think one fan base is going to come out just absolutely crushed, and the way those crushings happen is either like a near sweep for the Oilers or a Game 7 loss for the Panthers again. So I don't know if you've seen that one, but I
did.
tapped her up near the hole a little bit.
Saw it in the other camera. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited for it. So by next Tuesday, I mean, we could be done. We could have a Stanley Cup final champion by next Tuesday. Likely not. Hopefully not. Hopefully this thing keeps going and we can kind of talk about where we're at then.
Oh, I'm usually really good at a nice tight chip like that, and I just put it way past the hole on what should have been. Trying to tuck it tight, and now I'm going to have like a really, really long, hard putt. Oh, and I put it too up and down to miss it. Away she goes. But yeah, so we'll see how it all shakes out in Edmonton there. I know one thing we were going to touch on was the salary cap going up. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We kind of got derailed completely, entirely. So I don't know if we want to talk about that. If we got to segue into it, we want to run past it, get into it later. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's move into that. What I believe the stars that Duchesne, Chris Tanev, lots out there from a free agency perspective, and it looks like the salary cap is moving from about, I'm going to say roughly 83 million to 88 million is what I read, and that's a big jump, right? That is a big jump, and I think that's going to do a lot for teams kind of looking to get who they want, and for these higher end players on phase right now to get more money. It's going to be really interesting to see how much a Jake Gensel can grab, how much a Sam Reinhart can grab this market right now. So I'm pretty stoked from a Dallas perspective, because we need to lock up Duchesne and Tanev, in my opinion, and with an extra $5 million to play with, we might be able to do it.
Yeah, no, that's it's going to be huge, and then going back to me crying about the Red Wings not being picking early too. It's going to help those teams that secure some of those young studs in the draft to fill out some good talent around them, making it a little easier just to kind of come back from the depths now all of a sudden, it's going to help a lot of teams for sure. Especially you got teams that were all over the cap in the playoffs, like Vegas, Toronto. There was one other one I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but Tampa. And so we see it's going to help teams like that a lot, obviously. I'm going to crush this one. We're on the hole number 8, par 3, way at the back of the hole today. I'm going to have to crush this dead straight, and I haven't been shooting very, very great today. So no promises how this will work out, but we shall see. Great shot, but completely pulled it left, and I don't know how or why. That was very left. Very, 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 very.
I'm going to have to leave you here pretty soon, dude. I'm at...
Nice.
Workout challenge going on where I think a couple times a week they put this challenge up, and a group of folks on your team have to complete the challenge. So we have a sassy team, about 5 of us, and the challenge that came out was run or walk a mile carrying a watermelon, and then smash that watermelon in the most eventful fashion you can think of, and then eat as much of that watermelon as you can in 30 seconds. So I got to pick up a watermelon. I got to take it for a mile, and then I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to smash it. Any ideas?
I would say, I would say pretend that you smash it, and then just have it cut scene to fully cut up nicely, and you crush it with your family in 30 seconds. That's the most eventful way you could crush a watermelon, in my humble opinion. Yeah, that's what came to my brain. Okay, well, I'm going to have to walk. I'm going to lose audio. So if you're going to be taking off, Trav, then now might be the time to roll it. We can chat about 1 or 2 things in the future. Maybe catch us chatting back and forth under the tweet on X about the show. But I think we covered basically everything we wanted to, just aside from the injuries impacted final, like Markov and some of the guys we think that's hurt, like Nurse and Draisaitl. But either way, it's been a great chat with you as always, and I'm stoked to have you join me on Tuesday. I know next week we'll probably do it again. You might be in the studio. I might be out on the golf course. We'll see. But appreciate you and Shredding Sassy supporting and popping in every week, and thank you for having a good old banter. And hopefully the Oilers can keep it going. They took your boys out, so hopefully they can finish it. But we'll be chatting next week. Who knows? There could already be a champ, like you said, when we get talking next week. But we'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's been a great season. I love hockey. I love chatting hockey. I love watching hockey. It's all I want to do. It's going to be a sad off season, that's for sure. It's going to be a sad and lonely off season. But I'm here for it, and we'll come back better and stronger next season. But anyway, hey, TKB, thank you very much for having me, and I'll speak with you soon, all right?
Sounds good, brother. Take care. We'll catch you next week. Appreciate you. I got to keep moving, so later, man.
Cheers.
Peace. So I'm going to go play this hole, guys, and you get a little tunes. I'll be back in a second. Beauty, beauty. Alrighty, well, I completely, absolutely blew that hole. That I duffed it like twice to get it up onto the green, so that was not that fun. But we're on the final hole, hole number 9. And we are going to see if we can do it like yesterday, drive it right down in front of the water that's down there. It's about 230, about 240 yards out. A lot of guys can crush it right over that. I'm not one of them, so I just try to put it right in front of it. That's where I play. Got no wind today, of course. I should be out spraying weeds, but here I am. Great shot. Crush that thing dead straight. That actually felt really good. I was expecting it to go a little more left, so I'm going to end up actually being probably on the rough to the right a little bit. But away she goes. But obviously those last few days, Steve Darnell Nurse trying to tough it out yesterday and trying to finish the game. Only was able to put in 2 shifts in the third, 1 shift in the second. Try saddle looking like he's hurt. Injuries really seem to impact what's going on down the stretch here, and so it's going to be interesting to see how those teams adjust to that. Let's see where we are at. So, you guys get this long course line. We put it right where we wanted it, down in front of the water here. So now we just got to see if we can get a good second shot and crush this all the way towards the hole. The second shot, it's always what kills me. When I get the good first shot, I always duff my second one. This is probably going to be no different. But we'll see what we can do. Put it straight. I would have loved to hit it a little higher in the air and get it up a little closer to the hole, but it was still a really good shot. But so yeah, we're just gonna finish it out here. We get shouts of traffic coming by. If you guys go check out their project, Shredding Sassy, you can get yourself a social club digital membership. You get 20% off pit vipers. Go check it out. We got some new gravel down the front back. That's nice. We're at the park ride. Third shot here. 80 yards out. As you can see, we're going to go uphill, pins about the middle. I think we're going to go with the approach wedge and try to just put it straight at it, see how close we can get, and see if we can't try to finish with a par. That would be nice. So here we go. I'm going to wait till the cart guy goes by on the side. There we go. Looks like an okay shot, but I came up short, I think. I'm on the green, just to the left a bit. See if we can't finish it up. But as always, thanks to everybody to join me today. What are we, episode 28? We're going to be trying to do this 3, 4, 5 times a week, so we'll see if we can keep it rolling, see if we get some guests on over time, and but I thank you guys for joining. We got 2 shots to try and save a par here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see me from, oh, why is this not from here? I'm going to turn this cam. I don't know if you can see what's happening over there or not, but we're going to have 2 putts to try and 2 putts and a chip. It looks like we're actually a little bit off the green, so we're going to chip one and then putt one, try to finish with a decent score. But we fell apart here on those other holes. We were golfing okay, and then now we're, oh boy, we're not doing good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're about 7 over now because we had 2 doubles. Just one time. That'll make it easy. We're only a few inches out. If I miss this, that would be very sad. I don't see how I do. Direct hit in, boom, done. Part of the last hole. That's always a good feeling. So again, thanks to anybody who joined today. We were joined by Trav, Nsleep from Shredding Sassy. Get into NHL. He's obviously my favorite person to do a show with, to co-host with. So I always thank him for coming on Tuesdays. Thank their brand for all their support, and hope you guys will go and support them. Speaking of which, I'm walking up to my car and it looks like I need to support it. There's no air in the tire. It's looking flat. We'll have to dial that in when we get home. But a big shout out to everybody that tunes in and hangs out with me. I'm probably a little bit off camera at the moment, but I appreciate you guys coming each and every week. We're going to play a little intro. We'll be back tomorrow or Thursday with Webs 3 Wednesday. In the meantime, go out, have some fun, enjoy the beautiful day, and stay Bushleague, you beauties.
From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting goat status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on this
moment where you skate down the street and some shit brain yells out of his window, "Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip!"
Rags and house shoes, they know how the dogs do. Skinny, heavy pockets, the West OG. Came across the globe, say they don't know me. Been applying pressure from 8 to 24 like Kobe. Mr. Hall of Fame, used to bend the corners with strollies. Had to lay the blueprint, they rolled out the carpet. Anything I wanna own, I got my own market. Blew this, blew that, everything beautiful. Still ain't sold my guns and I still ain't had to use them though. Was once a hard head, now I'm counting blessings. I made my own way, still they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half-stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half-repping. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't.
All right, folks. Oh, we got to change the camera. Let's get me in the middle. Thank you for joining us this week. Bushleague Sports Show. As always, joined on Tuesday by Trav, Nsleep from Shredding Sassy. Thank you, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back next week with another Tuesday show. Make sure you guys go check out everybody who you've seen today. Like I said, Trey Sassy, VSP, Bushleague. We got a free mint going on. You go get one of our digital membership tokens. That's going to give you access to all our fantasy leagues, online fitness from our man Bam Bam Fitness, and everybody else that is helping us along the way. So thank you, guys. We'll catch you next week.